everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is going to be your Twinflame tap-in, and I don't know, I was trying to channel the energy of if it's going to be divine feminine or divine masculine, but I guess spirit just wants me to see where it goes. I'm going to try to see these two stones. Yeah, so I was picking up on some Aries energy. So fiery, passionate, I heard explosive. I may do an Aries sign reading after this. So check out, so yeah, look out for that if you resonate with any Aries. Yeah, but let's go ahead and pull the cards and see where spirit takes us, and happy New Year's to all of you. I'll go ahead and timestamp once the reading begins, as you know. Fire, passion, explosive, Sun and Scorpio. Oh my gosh, and Leo. Not two fire signs, but one fire, and then with the backing of the passionate Scorpio. Let's see. I want one more. Let's get one more. Oh, okay, we got two more. Yeah. Okay, so we got Virgo and Gemini with reorganize and indecision and negotiation at the bottom of the deck, which wanted to come out too. I kept getting negotiation cards in my other decks too, so let's see where this takes us. Okay, so yeah, let's pull the cards first. Interesting. let's see if that message comes out again. And then I'll put, let's do all right. Alright guys, what time are we at? 9:10. So, yes, we had Scorpio come out with the passion. Like I said, I was really feeling the Aries sign, which I didn't get, but when I was shuffling, the Aries card was under the deck with new beginnings. So we collectively, guys, Twinflame collectively, I don't know which wave I'm on. You know, you guys have to comment down below, interact. I love interacting with you guys to see where you're at, because I actually, you know, write back and look forward to you guys communicating with me. So yeah, but what I'm getting in this message is we have passion again with Scorpio, a passionate, intense, or mysterious space, right? Which came out with Lilith here. It didn't come out with Lilith, but Lilith came out with Scorpio in the Black Moon Goddess. We had this card come out for the collective reading. So I won't read that, but we did get Venus, which is a white goddess. So we have, and then in between we have the bridge, right? That's how the cards came out, like that, right? So we have Lilith with the Black Goddess, Bridge with Gemini, right? I believe this is Gemini, yes, Gemini, and then Venus with the White Goddess. So I'll break down a little bit what Lilith is about, since I did already like read who she is and what the card is about in the collective one. But I will read from the book about Venus, and then what came out here was the Sun, self-express and embody truth, right? Then we have Leo, which is ruled by the Sun. Compassion, shine brightly like the star you are. Eclipse in Leo. Open-mindedness, objective, and learning. So some of you may be learning how to shine even in the darkest times of going through this journey, this twin flame journey. Learning how to really connect with yourself and be honest with who you are, express who you are to the world, even if some people may not accept you for who you are. But learning to accept yourself for who you are and moving forward, you know. Yes. Then we have the Yang energy. Remember how I was saying I wasn't sure if I was picking up on Yin or Yang, feminine or masculine energy, but we did get a confirmation. It is Yang energy here, with reorganization with Virgo and eclipse. Choose duties and responsibilities carefully. And then we have productivity, expression, doing, and moving forward motion. So what I heard with that is the masculine is learning how to be able to express himself from a honest and true place. Learning how to be open-minded about what's to come from this journey and what's to come from his counterpart. Learning how to be compassionate with his counterpart too, as well as his self. I love how we have the Yang energy, which is Aquarius, Sagittarius, Leo, Libra, Gemini, and Aries, and then we have the air, which is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. We do have 2 Gemini cards here. I wasn't sure if to get this one that was under the deck as well, but I did pull it, Aquarius sign. Leo, we have Leo on the board. We have Gemini is a huge energy around this reading too. So yeah, learning how to be optimistic about the future with your counterpart. Learning how to accept and embrace who you are. You know, it's funny because just yesterday I was laying down and I was thinking to myself, like, what's important to me, like the most important thing in a relationship. And I was thinking about it and I'm like, no, it's not that important. And then I was like, yes it is, because it's always the first thing that comes up. You know, when I think about it, I don't want to say exactly what it is, but you know, like I think about it and I'm like, yeah, that is like one of the most important things to me, and that's okay, you know. So for example, if sex is the most important thing for you, like it's not the only thing that's important, but it's very high on, you know, your scales, accept it. But you know, like for some people it's like, oh, you don't want to accept the fact that sex is that important to you because of what society has led you to believe, to say like, oh, sex shouldn't be that important, communication is more important. But no, everybody is different. Not everyone is cut from the same fabric. So other people, communication is like first on their list. That's the first thing that they think about when they ask themselves that question, you know, and that's okay. But for other people, other things come first. So say financial stability, right? You ask yourself that question, and that's what you hear. But you don't want to accept it because it's like you don't want to be labeled as, you know, a gold digger, or you don't want to be labeled as someone who only cares about money. No, it's important to you because of who you are. Maybe you came from a poverty-ridden, you know, upbringing that's just your main focus. It's not your only focus, but that is high up there. You don't want to be with someone who, you know, is someone who doesn't understand that, you know, that your money is important to you, you know. And really and truly, if you come into union with your counterpart, you two should be on the same wave of what's most important to you. So it wouldn't be like you have to be ashamed of yourself. And that's why I ended up pulling back out the shadow card, shadow self, right? Because there may be things that you are still trying to hide from. But really and truly, if you know, if this person is your true counterpart, your true twin flame, or and don't get confused, you know, even if you're not in a twin flame journey as they label it, but you know, you're in some type of other journey with someone that you believe may one day be your partner for the rest of your life, right? If they truly are that person for you, they will be on the same wavelength as you and will be able to love you unconditionally because of who you are, you know. And you know, someone, you know, whoever it is, they can't love you for who you are if you don't show who you really are or express the things that you care about the most. And you know, order. Yeah, so yes, let's go. Moving forward, we have Gemini, indecision. Should I stay or go? With the first house, individuality, self-image, and approach to life. Should you, I heard, should you stay covering up who you are, or should I, you know, really take a look at how I approach my life, and you know, how I look at my own self too, who you really are. And the first house, isn't the first house like the sun, right? I believe is the sun. So I'm hearing now is the time to really step into who you are fully, recognizing who you are. We have negotiations, rise to the challenge as a new path opens. And then we have the paths here, indecisions, right? Choosing the path. So a new path is opening for you, where you're able to live your life in the sun, right? Because I feel like before, with the eclipses, we have 4 eclipses here, right? Oh no, we have 3 eclipses. Yeah, right. With the eclipses here, I feel before you were shining, but you weren't being seen, and it's because of the doubt you had in your mind, right, about showing people who you really are. But I feel the eclipse is coming to an end, where slowly but surely you're able to move forward and be proactive about taking steps into becoming a new and better version of yourself. And I wouldn't even say new, like it's who you always been, but you just, to other people it's new, right? To other people it may be new, but to you, you're just becoming who you, not becoming, being more comfortable with showing your true self. So, self-confidence, loyalty, creativity with Aquarius free spirit, your inner wild child awakens. So it's always been in you to be this free spirit, to be whatever that means to you, right? Whatever it means to you. And you're finding the confidence to just let go, and allow yourself to be. So let's move forward with these cards here. Gonna read from the book. Where is the book? So with Venus here, and Lilith. So Lilith is a dark goddess, right? And her story goes that she was made for Adam before Eve came around, right? And she didn't want to submit to Adam as God requested her to. So she ended up leaving the garden, and she went about herself, and then God created Eve for Adam. But then what happened with eating the apple, they got banished from Eden, and apparently what it says was that Adam blamed Eve for them getting banished. So he ended up going back to Lilith and ended up making children with her, but these children ended up turning out to be like demon children, right? And when God was like requesting her to come back to Eden, she was refusing. She didn't want to go back. And so God sent an angel to go retrieve her, but she was fighting to not go. And what happened was the angels started to kill her children, right? Every day that she refused to go back. And she, with that, she ended up being like casted as like queen of the demons, basically. And yeah, that was her story. But I'll read again like the actual meaning of the card. Let's read again. I'll read it for you guys. Let's see. Lilith, where are you? Shoot, there you are. Okay. And yes, so she is actually the card of Scorpio. So there we go again with Scorpio being there. And the key phrase is take power, take control. So when the black goddess Lilith is selected, you must take firm steps to survive courageously against all odds. Events and people may be currently creating an evil image about you, but this must be ignored. You will need to be prepared to go to the utmost of passionate action to achieve the desired end. You can sit back no longer. Change is inevitable, and that which is no longer useful must be rejected. Everything must be reassessed to determine its worth. Lilith is the first of the black goddesses, and in her death and rebirth role seeks to clear away the accumulated rubbish of life, to make room for the birth of the new. The cleansing nature of water is in the passionate sign of Scorpio. and is seeking a challenge worthy of your power. Yes, is worthy of your power. So during this time, I feel it's very important that you channel that energy of you could overcome the obstacle that you're facing in order to get to where you want to be. You are able to overcome it. You just need to have step into your creativity, really get into channel the strength within you. We're gonna get into that message in a little bit, but let's go on to Venus for you guys. So Venus, hold on, let me drink some water. Okay, so this is the myth. Venus was the Roman goddess of love, beauty, marriage, and laughter, generally held to be daughter of Jupiter and Dion. She was also said to have been born out of the foam of the ocean, from which she was carried by the west wind to the shores of Cyprus. According to this belief, Horae discovered her there and took her to show the gods, whom she enthralled with her amazing beauty. She had many names. As Venus Generix, she was respected as the mother of the heroes Aeneas, the founder of the Roman peoples. Under the name of Venus Felix, she was known as the bringer of good fortune, and as Venus Victrix, the bringer of victory. She was the wife of Vulcan, the rather ugly god of volcanic fire and metalwork. Oh, that's so funny because we did get that card, but I think it was like it was the next card. Where is it? No. Yeah, it was this card. Look, it was the next one out. Okay. So, okay. Where was I? The rather ugly god of volcanic fire and metalwork, but was also particularly faithful to him. She took many lovers, notably Mars, Mercury, and the handsome shepherd Adonis, and indulged in secretive ascensions in the name of love. Vaccination in the name of love. Okay. Her romance with the hot-blooded Mars was Sorry guys, I'm gonna have to pause the video for a moment because I feel like, I don't know, I just kind of went into a trance there, and like everything on the book is like blurred. So because I was getting a few different downloads there, especially with them talking about Mars, and I was really channeling the Aries energy. So I just need to take a break. Okay, I'm gonna pause the video, but I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. So her romance with the hot-blooded Mars was consummated under the protection of Mars's guardian, Alectryon, who nevertheless failed in his duties on one occasion, allowing Apollo to discover the lovers. Their assignation was exposed to the ridicule and disapproval of all the other gods and goddesses. From the liaison of Mars and Venus, there were many offspring, notably a son Cupid and a daughter named Harmonia. A little of what you fancy does you good. That's the key word for Venus. A little of what you fancy does you good. Talking about, what it is that you truly like, Still, I'm having a little hard time channeling what connection with the sign Aries is about, right? I mean, we have Mars here, right? They talk about Mars and Venus, and then we do have Libra on the board as well, right? I did hear that there's someone there who may may end up connecting with someone who someone outside of this twin flame journey, and you may have children together, or you may already have had children together off of passion. And it may have thrown your world, like, I'm hearing out of balance, to say, because now that you're on this journey, you may have a hard time coming to the fact that you have a child outside of the person that is your divine counterpart. But not to say like it's a bad thing, but you're just having a little power struggle of knowing that you should have waited, or but again, if this person really is meant for you, or you're meant for them, they will love every part of you, including your offsprings, with someone else. Okay? So this goddess represents love in all its form, from pure or ideal love to lustful desire. She denotes a love of pleasure and the good things of life, and a blatant use of personal charm or seduction in order to obtain them. She warns that you will have to pay the appropriate price for self-indulgence, but if you are prepared for that, then so be it. Generally, Venus is a beneficent goddess who suggests a good or fruitful outcome to the question. As a white goddess, she brings a strong, youthful, and creative approach to the situation. The nature of Earth in Taurus is, above all, sensual and loving, with a tendency to act slowly and surely in familiar ways. So, which is why we got okay, so we have, right, it mentioned if you're willing, she warns you that you will have to pay the appropriate price for self-indulgence. But if you are prepared for that, then so be it, right? What came out underneath this? Negotiation. If you are willing to pay the price for what you want, go for it. Trust yourself, right? But also at the same time, be patient and know that it is something that you want. Really ask yourself the questions that need to be asked. Okay. Let's see. I also heard that there may be a situation for you guys where your counterpart may be someone who likes to dabble in, you know, I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the words to say this. Your counterpart may be someone who likes to be with other people in the sense of they just have a lot of love to give, you know? And in order for you to I don't know why I'm having trouble to say this. So that may be something that is challenging, right? It's challenging for you to accept. Is that either you or your divine partner likes to have multiple partners, and it's kind of hard to accept that because you really want to be with this person, but you don't know how you feel about them, you know, taking up other lovers, you know? So that may be something that some of you may have to really think about if you're willing to accept that. So let's go with the Gemini here. What is this? Oh, so the Gemini is the bridge. Bridge of compromise. Suddenly finding something in common. Yeah. Mercury and Venus are very different in their drive to express themselves. They symbolize opposing views. Mercury is fickle, fast, and versatile, while Venus is slow and possessive. However, they share the ability to socialize. Ruled by these two planets, this mansion is about differences of opinion or ideas. The touching of two figures represents the ability to form a bridge, to find neutral ground, to strike a compromise. Mansion 6 is a peacemaking card, and drawing it reveals the possibility of harmonious outcome to a situation in which there has previously been great opposition. Okay, that was this card. So there may be things that for your twin or for yourself that you're gonna have to both of you are gonna have to compromise on, because you come from, although you're on the same, like you're traveling in the same direction, you come from two different worlds with these two cards, the black and the white, right? But somehow, you know, of course, with God, you will start to see how you two balance each other, the yin and the yang, right? And it could be the masculine who's coming to understand this, that there really is a perfect balance between him and the divine feminine. So I pulled out this one, the volcano, and like Aries, right, is ruling sign, Mars in the sun. So let's check that out. Mansion 1. The new moon moves through the house of Aries and touches the rulers of the first two decadents, Mars and the sun. These two planets in the first sign are highly creative and initiating. This card expresses inspiration, spontaneity, and recklessness, and indicates a need to act immediately, to release the power that can be contained no longer. To release the power that can be contained no longer. It is a card of extreme action and impatience. This moon mansion is hot, fiery, and full of creative impotence. It represents a period of inactivity during which there is an accumulation of energy that later will erupt like a volcano. So the keywords are conserve and build up resources. This is a very interesting read, guys. I'm not gonna lie, if you guys are still here with me, God bless you, because this is very, very, very intense. Venus, we have Libra here, individuality with the fire moon, Fortuna with Leo, rebel with Aquarius, we have the wheel, commit, stone, principles, achievement. It's a lot to digest, I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna push through. Right? So all this that you've been keeping in, it's starting to come to the surface. And you need to find a way to release it in a way that you don't hurt yourself or hurt others. Let's see. They're telling me to pull a tarot. Swords, yep. And the Eight of Swords at the bottom of the deck. I'm hearing someone's feeling ashamed. Right? There's shame here. Eight of Wands, okay. Sorry, the Six of Wands. The High Priestess. Again, shining light on what it is that you're ashamed of. Because the only way you could overcome it, right, is by being honest about it. Yeah. The Ace of Cups. Allow yourself the freedom of, free yourself from this. Free yourself from the shame. Because then you also have the Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck with this deck. I'm gonna pause it. Okay, guys. So we had Mother Earth and Gia come out here. I'm trying to see if I want to read from both of the books for this. I'm gonna read from the Cosmic Energy book. Your heart is open and your intentions are pure. Know that you are being guided know that you are being guided and nurtured by Mother Earth herself. She embraces you with her beauty and wisdom in all that you do. She reminds you of your light through the illuminating stars, your beauty through her flowers, your sacred knowledge and balance through her trees. Nature guides you in every facet of your life, dear one. If you have picked this card, Mother Earth calls out to you in love. Earth Guardian, you are being called to assist humanity in remembering its divine connection to nature. Now is the time to express and share your creativity and wisdom even further. It is through the sharing of your love and talent that others will be inspired to journey to deeper realms themselves. Transformation and the healing of the earth starts within every human being. The earth simply reflects our inner state. We are all part of the one consciousness, expressing in its many forms. When we die, our body dissolves into the earth, which then nourishes the soil, which feeds the trees and plants, forever weaving, never adding or subtracting in this cosmic connected dance of life. If humanity can focus on healing and nurturing the worlds within themselves, the world will come to reflect their higher vibrational energy and light. Your work, Earth Guardian, is to assist others to remember their true divine selves and reconnect to the natural world. Do what you came here to do. Shine your light, walk your walk, and do all this with the continued trust and integrity. The trees are our lungs, the rivers our circulation, the air our breath, and the earth our body. Okay. Gaia, the Mother Earth, existed before time began and gave birth to time. After the universe had been created, all that remained was for it to be peopled. So Gaia united with her son Uranus to give birth to the first race of gods, the 12 Titans, 6 female and 6 male. Next, they created the one-eyed Cyclops, and finally she bore 3 monsters, which were known as the Hicton cherries. They were horrific creatures with 50 heads, and from those shoulders sprung 50 pairs of arms. Uranus was horrified by them that as soon as they were born, he imprisoned them deep in the earth. At first, Gaia mourned the loss of Hicton cherries, and then she grew angry at her husband. She plotted with her last-born Titan, Cronus, to mutilate Uranus while he slept. He severed his father's genitals with a sickle and threw them into the sea. What the bombo clot? From Uranus's womb, black blood dropped on the earth. Where the drops fell, the earth gave birth to the Furies, the monstrous giants, and also the ash tree nymphs, the Meli. Aphrodite was born out of the white foam that formed in the sea from the debris that surfaced. When the other gods became supreme at Olympus, Gaia still retained her power and was respected by the other gods and goddesses. Gaia presided over marriages, cared for the sick, and was the most prominent of the oracles for the great divinatory center at Delphi. From the earth at Delphi issued a strange breath or wind that gave man the ability to prophesy. She was known as Gaia, Universal Mother, who blessed man with fair children and all the pleasant fruits of the earth. Drawing the goddess card Gaia reveals that you will go to extremes to protect that which is precious to you. She shows that something you have produced is unacceptable to others, and you may have to take drastic steps in order to protect that which you have created. Eventually, out of the extreme nature of your response will come some good. Gia is the last of the red goddesses, and in her sustaining role seeks to see both sides of a situation before taking empathetic action. The nature of air in Libra is to weigh the pros and cons of each situation in order to be sure that the eventual decision made is the correct one. And that one came out with the revision card here. Eek. Right? So my girl was mad that Uranus imprisoned her children and decided to send her son to cut off his balls. But she got respect for it though, because you know she was protecting what she loved. But it doesn't mention if she, you know, released, what were they called, the Hicritonians, if they were released from the prison. But it's very synchronistic how it mentions again that Venus was born out of her decision, out of Gia's decision, right? And that was a message too, that the consequences of your actions will ripple through time. Yeah. So be wise on those decisions that you make. These are a lot of cards, but I'm gonna try to be more persistent on posting, so hopefully the energies will come back up in a later read. I'm gonna put them away for now and just focus on what we have on the board. So, okay, let's see. Page of Coins. Seven of Wands. Yeah. Again, the message is coming up like the message is like repeating itself here. Of going after what you want, being persistent, and look, we Venus is showing. So I feel like this goes back to the message that we had before, because we have, so because of Gia, Uranus gave birth to Venus. Venus gave birth to Cupid. And here we have Cupid and Psyche, which is, you know, that's like 3 generations there. So, I'm hearing what you're going through in this journey, right? Relating back to the collective message. You may need to step into you may need to take some time to how do you say this? Like, you may need to go back in time to your ancestors to see where it began, whatever may be holding you back. Or like the shame, right, that we were talking about earlier, where the shame stems from. The Nine of Wands. Four of Swords, yeah. Taking some time to really connect to where to what you're feeling. The Wheel of Fortune, so you'll be able to turn it around, because things may be stagnant right now, right, where you're waiting, but it's right, I feel like it's right around the corner. You just have to do the work of removing the shame that you're feeling. Let's travel over to the sacred guides. This is another note. Okay. Externstein, which is focused on liberation. Okay, stop. You are drowning in murky waters and you need to be rescued. Norse legend tells of a huge sea snake, Gormungand, the world serpent, who encircled the earth by biting his own tail. It was said that when Gormungand let go, the world will end. When he lets go, the world will end. Yet the snake does not let go, but instead forever circles the world, ensuring that life goes on. As soon as you keep learning, evolving, and moving on your path, you will be supported. Exterstein is a place of great esoteric secrets. Its true meaning baffling archaeologists. Perhaps you too have forgotten how to access your innate wisdom. The arrow-like symbol on the card is the Tiwaz, the Anglo-Saxon ruin of the warrior god Tyre. It represents the accumulation of many paths and points of view. Shown here, rising out of the waters of uncertainty and pointing towards awakened consciousness. Are you willing to sacrifice the comfort of the old familiar story that has limited you in the past and be set free? For the Teutonic people, the stone pillars of the Exterstein were a place of pilgrim. Today, many believe that the 12th century carving at Exterstein of the descent from the cross contains a representation of Irminsul, the world tree that holds up the universe and embodies the sacred energy of the cosmos. It is said by some that Irminsul once existed at this very site, but in the 8th century, the Christianizing emperor Charlemagne destroyed the pagan culture here. Has a part of you been destroyed or taken away? Whether this refers to a former belief, have you changed your opinion to suit a partner or family member? Your position in the world, have you taken on more subservient role in a relationship or a way of life? Have you become more materialistic? Know that you are free to go back to what is true to your heart. You are the only power that you need. When you recognize this, your gifts of the old will resurface. And I heard if you are right now like struggling with separation with you and your counterpart, try to remember who you were before you were like awakened to this journey. You are called upon to embrace the possibilities of magic and the occult, to be open to powers that may seem otherworldly or the stuff of fantasy, such as telepathy, mediumship, shape-shifting, remote viewing, and lucid dreaming. To access these abilities, start by focusing on the Rainbow Bridge to Asgard, home of the gods. The Rainbow Bridge links the lower, middle, and upper worlds and frees us to travel between these realms. Our pagan ancestors knew the importance of seeing the world from many perspectives. Will you be able to walk across the Rainbow Bridge to the realm of the enlightened ones, or will you be imprisoned by a narrow-minded outlook? Tiwaz points you to the right direction, upwards. Yeah. So this is the card. Try to remember who you were before this, and if you feel yourself getting lost or trying to change in order to appease, other people, or thinking, maybe if I change myself, my divine counterpart would want me, just be who you are and know that separation is an illusion, right? Just like it mentions, there's many ways to connect and to contact your twin flame, such as telepathy and through meditation. I think I'm going to close off the reading there. because we're already over an hour, but this is very interesting, and hopefully in our next session I'll be able to break down the energies a little more. Let's see, but I'm gonna get one flower message, inspirational message for the collective. Let's see, and the twin flame situation. You have what it takes. The sun shines brighter when you are here, and always remain true to your intentions. Okay. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed today's reading, and don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.